Okay, Alexa, I mean, it was a torturous wait for the WWE Universe to see you back on the screens. It was worth it when you came back. But curious to know what sort of state of mind is Alexa Bliss is at the moment in terms of your persona, because the WWE Universe is dubbing it as the Twisted Goddess.
You know, I always try to move forward with every character. I wouldn't say I'm the goddess right now, because I feel like that's just going in reverse. So, you know, I have a lot of ideas to add to this character, just keep it evolving and keep it going. And I'm still working on seeing what I can come up with. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm the goddess right now. Just Alexa right now. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, where do you see it heading though?
Well, I can't tell you that yet because I have some ideas.
Right, it's gonna be a surprise then.
Yeah.
I mean, Alexa, when you came back, there's something interesting that is circling the net. It's your interaction with Becky Lynch, and it made it to Twitter as well. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
My interaction with Becky a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, she was screaming at me, and she gets real high strung and her ego's a little big. So I didn't really listen to anything she had to say, to be honest. I remember people were like, they were tweeting all the things like, oh, Becky holds a grudge. She was yelling at you. I wasn't even listening because I was focused on my match, and she always has something to complain about. So I just let her do her thing.
I mean, down the line, would you love to have a match with her, because you had a couple of classics? I mean, you've beat her once for the when you won your second SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah, you know, I haven't really had any matches with Becky in quite some years. So yeah, I think it'd be a very interesting matchup and probably a lot of fun.
What does Alexa Bliss think of the current state of the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship?
You know, I feel like we have a really strong champion right now with Bianca. She's really just making it her own, which is awesome. Against her now in Money in the Bank, but I'm excited to see Carmella face her at Money in the Bank, and hopefully we'll see the match between Bianca and Rhea soon.
All right. I mean, if anything, you could change it when you win the briefcase, Money in the Bank. Is that something that's playing through your mind?
Yeah, I would love to be a two-time Money in the Bank winner. That'd be awesome. And then cash in, win, it'd be great. What a fun day.
Man, what goes through a mind of a WWE superstar before entering a Money in the Bank ladder match?
A lot of nerves for sure, because you know those ladders, they're steel ladders, they don't feel good, and you know you're bound to get hit with one. And then just how you're gonna climb up that ladder and get the briefcase before anyone else. And you know, it's definitely one of the more difficult matches that I've ever competed in, but it's also a learning. I'm learning a lot every time I have a ladder match. Last ladder match, I got buried with about 12 ladders at the end of the match. And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time.
How bad does it hurt getting hit with a ladder or for a ladder to fall down on you?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'll tell you how to find out if you have a ladder, because I'm pretty sure we get ours from like Home Depot or something, because I don't try it at home, obviously, but it does not feel good. You're covered in bruises after, but if you win the Money in the Bank briefcase, it's so worth it.
Yeah. How hard is it to unlock that briefcase when once you reach the top of the ladder?
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. You have to there's a clamp and the little twisty thing on it, and you have to twist it the right direction, because if you don't, you're tightening it and you're making it even harder to take the briefcase off the hook. It also depends on the type of hook that's used, because it's such a high spot. You're standing on the top of a 12-foot ladder already, trying to take a briefcase off of a clip, but the clip has a hook in it. So not only do you have to try to take the briefcase off, you have to lift the briefcase higher than it's supposed to go and then pull it down. And if you can't reach, you climb that ladder for nothing. But yeah, it's very difficult.
Thanks for the interesting insight. I mean, Alexa, you've won it once. What's going to be the strategy this time around?
This time around, don't get buried with 12 ladders. Keep your eye out on the newer competitors because there's women in this match that haven't really faced that often or at all. So it'll be very interesting to see the dynamic there, and just keep my head on a swivel and try to climb that ladder.
Do you already know what you're going to do once you have the briefcase in your possession?
I'm going to watch the Raw Women's Championship match and see how that goes. Because you can't just say, oh, I'm going to cash in that night, because you don't know. Maybe that's not the right time. Maybe you have to have a better strategy. It's all about strategy.
All right. Alexa, I mean, next week, John Cena is going to come back. Do you have any interesting story between you and John?
One time he told me he was really excited that he had a venti coffee. That's probably the most interesting. I don't really have a lot of conversations with him, but we bonded over a venti coffee once.
Yeah. Have you learned anything from him though, just by watching him in the ring, or from him?
Yeah,
talking?
I've learned a lot actually, because I remember he came to NXT and talked to all of us, and everyone always asks like, what's the secret to longevity? And he said to have a balance between, you know, WWE and outside of WWE. And he said that, you know, when you go home, don't think about work, don't overindulge in it, because you want to come back with a fresh mind and fresh energy. And I've always taken that, and that's resonated with me. And I think that helps me a lot, because I always have so many ideas. And then if you constantly flood your brain with different ideas, then you start second guessing yourself as to whether the idea is good or not. And so I just try to, when I'm not, you know, on the road, or if I'm not on WWE programming, I try to disconnect and step away from whatever it is I'm working on. So then I come back with a fresh mind and a different set of eyes each week.
All right. Allow me to steal that tip for my life hacks. Well, Alexa, I mean, the WWE Universe here in Malaysia is going to be glued to the screens on the 2nd of July. Anything you want to say to your fans here in Malaysia?
Yeah, thanks for the support. Hope you guys watch Money in the Bank and have a lot of fun. And I hope you want me to win, because I want to win.
Awesome. Alexa, can you do me a favor? Can you say I love you Malaysia in Bahasa? It's Aku Cinta Kamu.
Can you say it one more time?
Aku Cinta Kamu Malaysia.
Aku Cinta Kamu? Did I butcher that? I butchered that back.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, it's perfect. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Can we do it one more time?
Yeah, one more. Can you say it to me?
Okay. Aku Cinta Kamu Malaysia.
One more time.
Aku Cinta Kamu Malaysia.
Aku Cinta Kamu Malaysia.
Yep. Awesome. And on behalf of Malaysians, Aku Cinta Kamu juga, Alexa Bliss.
Thank you. I feel bad. I always butcher everything.
No, it's perfect. Thank you very much, Alexa. All the best on the 2nd of July.
Thank you very much.